Super elbow greasy. If you're new to these depths of the YouTube algorithm that has brought you to my channel, I'm sorry, but I am a part-time reseller. I buy things and then I sell those things on eBay and Amazon. There's a million of us on YouTube, and I'm sorry to tell you that you have found the worst channel you could possibly find on that subject. This past weekend I went to an estate sale and I found some amazing goodies that I'm going to sell online just so I can buy more iced coffee. And that's a running thing on this channel. I talk about spending all my money on iced coffee. Joking, not joking. Is this one I'm just talking about how I negotiated the price for these Department 56 snow village houses, which it's about a month and a half out from Christmas. So one, it's the time of season when everybody goes even more bonkers and insane than they normally do. And two, basically once Halloween is over, which is always an unfortunate situation, people start to set up for the Christmas and holiday season, which is also unfortunate. It should just be Halloween year round. Yeah, high fives if you're with me. But I found this huge lot of Department 56, so I'm gonna show you all about the negotiation that I went through to get all this stuff. I'm choosing to sell a lot of these smaller accessories and smaller stuff all as one giant lot for multiple reasons. I have so much stuff. Christmas is coming up, so people are going to start decorating for Christmas, so I do want to get a lot of this stuff out. So speed is a priority as people are going to start shopping for the snow village. And then I also just have so much inventory in my place. I don't really have room to store a lot of this stuff. Are taking up a lot of room, which you can see. I live in a really small apartment and I don't really have room. All my stuff is, I mean, that's my whole place. A lot of this stuff has to go. I'm going to be sacrificing it a little bit. I'm not going to try to get every last dollar. My goal is to move this stuff, move it fast. Negotiation 101. Generally, you don't want to throw out the first price because that gives the opposing party in the negotiation a little thing called leverage. The general problem about throwing out the first price is that you may throw out a number way higher than what they would have accepted. Now at this estate sale, I saw all the snow village stuff and I figured I could get all of it bundled up. It was a really busy, there's a lot of people there. It was the first day of their sale. And oftentimes they're willing to really make deals just so they don't have to deal with it anymore. Now every one of these snow village items, from the houses to the accessories, they all had individual prices as low as $5 all the way up to I think almost $30. And I did a basic scanning and some quick math, and it was roughly $350 to $400 that they were asking for all the stuff. Then I went on eBay and just looked up a handful just to see how their prices were according to how much they were actually selling for on eBay. And they were not bad prices. Some of the $5 items were selling for about 20 bucks. Some of the houses were about half off of what they were selling on eBay. So I knew the $350 to $400 that they were asking for probably was going to be about $750 to $850 total sold on eBay. Knowing that, keeping that in mind, I came up with a number which was about $250, and that was the absolute max that I wanted to pay, but really $225 was probably the most comfortable. So I asked the homeowner how much if I buy everything, using the old bundle trick. And if you don't know what bundling is, you probably do, but I made a whole video and I'm gonna put it somewhere around yonder. So I asked the owner how much did she want for everything. And she paused dramatically for a really long time. It was dramatic. And then she asked me the dreaded question, well, what would you pay for all of them? Which put me at odds against my rule of not throwing out the first price. But I knew this time it would have to be an exception. It was a really busy first day of an estate sale. I think she was a little overwhelmed. This is all her parents, they recently died, and she was responsible for clearing out the house. I thought based on the math that I did earlier, was say $250 was the absolute max that I wanted to pay, but $225 was really what I would be comfortable paying. You always go low. And I said, $150. And she thought for just a couple seconds and said $175. I said yes, that's a fantastic and fair deal. So $175 is everything I got. Time I edit this video, I'll have a number to throw up on the screen to estimate my cost, expenses, and what I expect to profit just on the snow village alone. Speaking of the devils, they're right there. So if you find any values to these videos, which you probably don't because not even my family does, but if by some miracle you do, hip thrust that like and subscribe button for me. And as always, just remember if you need an extra $50 to $500 or $5,000 you can use towards paying off debt, saving for a car or a house or some completely irresponsible purchase, pay off your cell phone, your utilities. Online reselling truly changed my life, and I know it has for so many others out there, and YouTube is the absolute best place to get that free education on how to do this. This is accessible to everyone who's willing to put in a little time and effort and elbow grease. Just like this elbow grease. Super elbow greasy. And I'll see you guys out in the wilds.